Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to take 7 steps to improve your speed in maths. At the end of this video, if you're preparing for an exam, an external or internal exam, I'm going to give you a bonus tip to help you prepare, and these tips have always worked for me, so it's from experience. If you are watching for the first time, please hit the subscription button and the notification bell beside it so you get notified every time I post a new video. Please also like the video so that it will reach out to more people. Let's delve right into it. Step number 1: attend maths classes. I never miss a class except I am sick. That is the only thing that can make me miss the maths class. Even when I'm not understanding or I feel like the teacher is boring me out, I never miss a class. When I feel like I'm not getting anything from the teacher, I never miss a class. There is something about attending classes. Even when you're not following, when you decide that you want to study, it gives you speed in learning. It gives you speed in understanding what you're studying by yourself. This is very important. Sometimes some people would represent a particular notion with a particular letter, maybe T, while your teacher will be representing it in class as S. When you represent it with T or U or whatever you feel like, maybe from watching another video, you tend to make the teacher know that you are not in his class or her class. You also make the teacher feel like they are wasting their effort on you, and sometimes you learn a totally different concept from what is learned in class and you don't understand, or the teacher is expecting you to use a particular method and has said use this method and you're using a totally different method. Attending classes helps you to know how your teacher solved, help you to even be able to skip steps and work faster. I suggest that if you want to learn from outside sources, make sure that you are learning a math topic from at most 3 people. So 1 to 2 teachers is my preference, but if you must learn from more than maybe watching a video or lesson teachers and everything, don't let yourself learn this from more than 2 people, and try to master a method before going to a new method. 2. I may be shocked for it, but this is something that has worked for me, and I know that if I don't do this, I will be extremely slow. I want to give a special thanks to my late principal, late Mrs. Maria Okulehi. She helped me to master this method without knowing. Avoid using calculators. As much as possible, try going a week or 2 without calculator, like intentionally. Push yourself to solve without calculator. It helps your brain to be alert. It also helps you to work faster. You think that pressing the calculator is helping you work faster. It's not. Sometimes you even press the wrong question in the calculator. But if you are solving with your eyes and you're taking easy pairs together, you're giving 2 times 8 times 5. Why not take 2 times 5? That's 10 times 8. When it becomes hard is when you're trying to do 2 times 8, then you now do times 5 the way it was ordered. Try to connect pairs, take patterns, and solve the ones that are easiest, and then compound them. Don't let your work be too trying to do everything at once. Okay, when you do this, the person typing in the calculator. So a few days ago, I was solving on the board and my student was trying to point the calculator for a particular thing, and I just looked and I said the answer, and it was like, man, I said the answer before he finished pointing the calculator. And another thing that happened that day also was that he pointed the calculator, got the wrong answer, and I said, no, this cannot be correct, because I knew what I was expecting. I knew a range in the tens, and I was getting my answers close to the 30. As he was calling an answer close to 30s, I knew that obviously what he had said from the calculator is wrong. So being able to work without calculator gives you that edge and helps you work faster. I hope you will not crucify me. Just try it for 2 weeks. If you need to relearn your multiples, do so. If you need to learn mental maths, just take a while and learn it. Learn to pair easy with easy, and then take it step by step. 3. Practice when your brain is well rested. Even if you feel like you're not so rested and you really want to practice, take a shower. Pour water from your head. If you are not in a situation where you can take a shower, just go wash your face, pour water on your head, and go to your study place. Okay? You may like to pick a time when it is easier for you to assimilate. For me, I noticed that it's not always a particular time. So sometimes one semester I am a morning reader, another semester I'm a night reader, another semester is just between 4 to 8 p.m. and my brain will just be getting everything. Find that time that your brain gets it, when your brain is well rested. You could pick 4 a.m. to, it just depends on you, and it takes a lot of trials to know when that time is. And you could also have multiple times of the day that it works for you, that your brain is well rested. 4. Avoid distraction. Distractions can come in various ways. You could be a distraction to yourself. I always say that knowing your problem is the first step to stop solving that problem. I have a problem when it comes to maths. I know that problem and I have addressed it. If you want to know my problem when it comes to studying maths, you can take a poll, put in the comment section, and I'll do a video concerning that. Okay, so know your problem. Some people are easily distracted. Avoid staying close to a window where you would be looking at your neighbors passing, or having a gadget like your phone, or even if you want to have your phone, avoid social apps or putting on your data that will make you distracted. If you can, mute them. Whatever works for you, delete them. There were times I actually deleted WhatsApp and Facebook from my phone just because I knew what I wanted to achieve. Delete them. Remove every form of distraction. Don't go and stay in the parlor. Your mom is watching television and you say you're solving maths. You cannot work on your speed that way. Okay? Make sure that you are in a quiet environment where your brain can be active without distractions. 5. Step 5. I feel like some people are going to shoot me when I say this, but just listen and understand. Struggle makes you stronger. The first step, or the first thing that comes to mind to people when they are posed with difficult math problem, is to give up, is to not try, to be frustrated, to say they can never know it. It's normal. Everybody, even the greatest mathematicians, they hit those problems that they feel they can't solve. But what differentiates them from the general public is that they keep trying. There are problems that are filled a whole basket for. There are problems that are filled a whole basket with sheets of paper rumpled up. Success will come after that struggle. If you keep at it, it will come. And what that success does for you is what those easy questions you've been solving cannot do for you to improve your speed. You will see different ways to look at a particular problem. You will see different ways to work faster. Because you've done several steps several times, you know how to skip steps. That's what struggle does for you. And it's normal when you are learning a topic for the first time to struggle, to have some problems that you can't easily solve at the first try. What you do is try simpler ones, take it step by step. Don't start from that hard one immediately when you start your next reading period. Start from easier ones. When your brain seems like it has started like a generator, then you can now go to that hard one and try again. Look at it from a totally different point of view and start something else. And you'll be shocked and excited when you solve that problem. It will also help to improve your speed. Don't just give up on it just like that. 6. Solve math daily. Solve math every day. You may say, why is math my only subject? I have a principle. If you leave math for one day, it will leave you for 2 days. So imagine not solving math for 4 days, then it will leave you for 8 days. So this is what I mean. Before you quote me out of context, let's be calm about this. Even if it's one question or one concept or 10 minutes or 5 minutes you use in a day to solve math, just solve. Just solve. Or you are working and you saw a problem, just solve it. Even if it's very simple, just solve it. There's something it does to your brain. It opens your brain up to seeing things differently. You may not notice or observe it, but solving math daily helps. So this is a tip I do. I solve math intensively 3 to 4 times a week. That's 3 to 4 days a week. On the remaining 3 to 4 days, I just take maybe like 2 to 5 minutes to solve 1 or 2 problems. It's amazing what it does for you. Very, very amazing. And then finally, 7. You want to improve your speed? Don't write everything. You finish dividing, you have a fraction one side over a fraction one side. Don't come out and start writing 2 times 7 over 2 times. No, you know what 2 times 7 is. Write it out. Just write it out. Skip steps. Get comfortable skipping steps. But take your time. Start from knowing every step before getting comfortable with skipping steps and knowing what steps to skip. Depending on how comfortable you are. You don't need to write everything one by one. There are some things that a person will solve in 1 page, another person will solve in 3 to 4 lines. You need to be that person, because the time it will take you to solve in 3 to 4 lines or 5 lines is going to be less than the time it will take you to write a whole page solving one problem. So be comfortable skipping steps, solving in your mind, having your mind as another blank paper. We've come to the end of this video. Some people are looking at me. I want to pass this exam. So for my bonus tip, I'll give you 2 bonus tips. Number 1, don't use too many materials at the same time. What I suggest firstly is your notes. Then if you have a textbook, 1 textbook and then 1 exercise book. When I say exercise book, past questions. So if you have a teacher that has been teaching consistently, try to get the questions from previous year. If you're writing an external exam, try to get the last 4 to 5 years and practice with them. They usually repeat questions or have questions in the same pattern, the same type of questions. Maybe they changed one number or the other. I've written an exam that the lecturer photocopied or printed out just the last year exam, exactly the same thing, and oh, glory to God, that was what I studied the night before. So please study them, mark yourself, be sure that you are correct, do your corrections. Doing corrections cannot be overemphasized. Please do your corrections and be sure that what you've learned is correct. If you're not sure, ask a teacher or a fellow classmate to be sure that what you solved is correct. Some people have solved past questions and they got everything in their mind, and the same questions pop out again and they failed it because what they thought was correct was not correct. So make sure to do corrections. And then finally, avoid solving the same kind of questions repeatedly like robot work. So if you have 10 of the same type of questions, you can take 4 and solve them today. next 1 to 2 days solve another 3 or 4, and then the last day, maybe the next week, you can solve the rest. So avoid clockwork. Avoid clockwork. Let your brain take the easy ones first, then you go to just put your questions in level: hard, easy, hard, medium. So take the easy ones today, the next 2 days take the harder ones, that's the medium ones, and then the next week you can take the harder ones. You'll be shocked how much you've learned. If you come to the end of this video, I want to appreciate you and say thank you. I hope this video will be helpful and transform your life radically. I would like you to make a commitment to yourself that you're going to follow this one after the other. And if you want to know steps on how to solve, tips on how to solve math problem, the link will be kept in the description box below. Please look up that video. Thank you for watching. I want you to please put in the comment section the tip that you feel like you're going to practice with more or use more, and the tip you like best. Thank you. Bye.